Hello and welcome. My name is Weisbimon from German piracy organization Spectre, and today I want to show you our core gaming event. Piracy gameplay is actually dead, but everybody is looking for pure Caranite, because Wikelo want this for the Idris in question. Therefore we start our gaming event with our airbound fleet from Skyfall. Then we also have the Spartans, which is our ground team, and we also have support by the Blood Angel, which is our medicals. Today our aim was to take care about the Hator Laser event, so we want to catch the pure Caranite, and we also decided to do not shut down the Gamma Ray in question, because we want to have PvP situation and hope that other Augur is coming or some other players are hunting us. So grab a beer and enjoy the video. Arrived on Daymar, thus it's a moon in the Stanton system. We have to take care about other players. My responsibility was today Skyfall, thus our high altitude combat team, which makes sure that no other fighters are coming, or even no other capital ships are coming. Thus we entered Daymar and we start scanning and started with our ground operation. We detected that 2 arrays already aligned, thus our ground team from Spartan could start with grabbing the batteries and bring it to the OLP station. In general, I have to explain how the Hator Laser works. The laser in question can be found on the moon Daymar or even on Aberdeen. And on both moons you will have 2 stations which you can start the Hator Laser event. When you travel to those stations, you will discover that you have 3 array stations, thus you have 3 big satellite stations on the ground, which you have to align and which you have to start. Once every of those 3 stations are aligned, you get 3 batteries. And these batteries you have to bring to the orbital platform to charge the laser. On the orbital platform you also will getting a key card, and this key card is required to go later on to the bunker to finally fire the laser in question. Once the laser drill a hole to the ground, then you have time around about 2 hours to mining ores which Wikelo need, for example for the Idris, which Wikelo will provide, or even for the Polaris as well. Depending on the fact that you just earn this ore on the Hator lasers for the Polaris or even for the Idris, which Wikelo offers, a lot of enemy players are coming or even are interested to earn that ore as well. For that reason you can see I'm flying here around, pinging a lot and searching for enemy players. Also here in that example you can identify the enemies coming on a very low altitude to the Hator Laser, because they wanna infiltrate us. The sky is under our control. Thus our ground team here, by the way, this is another camera angle from another YouTuber, name is Blacklight, which is clearing the laser platform or even aligning the laser platform. Now all three platforms are successfully aligned with each other. And now we have to bring all the batteries to the orbital platform to charge finally the laser. Also here we have to protect him, because when he will fail with his Cutlass Black due to some enemies, then all the batteries are gone. We surely escort our Cutlass to the orbital platform. Arrived on the OLP, our ground team Spartan has to unload all the batteries. These batteries need to be installed on the suitable charging slot, and with this charging slot you can later on finally charge the orbital laser. But Spartan's work is not over yet. A lot of PvE players are inside and has to be eliminated, and finally they have to get access to the server room. In this server room you can request a keycard, and with this keycard it's required for the bunker downstairs on Daymar to shoot finally the laser. During this work, we from Skyfall scanning the air and making sure that no other players are coming. Thus, therefore, I'm flying around the orbital platform, and I also directly could identify from outside that the laser is now ready to charge. The glowing downstairs shows that the laser is ready to fire. Thus, we have to travel downwards to the bunker and entering the keycard we just got. If you do not play the Hator Laser event so far, I highly recommend to do that. In my opinion, this is the best ever gameplay CRG has implemented so far. Here you can see our player Blacklight enter the keycard and getting finally permission to shoot the laser. I will be a little bit silenced because it's really cool, atmospheric, especially during nighttime, and enjoy all the view from outside. The orbital laser is like a big drilling machine, which digging a hole into Daymar. This hole allow you access to the cave, and on this cave you can find the absolutely rare ores, which finally Wikelo requesting for their stuff. Now it's also time to set a timer, because when the laser digging the hole into the Daymar cave, then you have 2 hours to earning everything. After these 2 hours, the hole will be closed, and when you enter in the cave during that time, you die immediately and all your loot is gone. For that reason, always have an eye on the watch and counter the 2 hours carefully, because you wanna lose everything if the cave closes before. Now the cave is open and our ground team from Spartan can start with the mining operation. During that time, we from Skyfall has to take care that they can successfully mine without any enemies. Thus, we have to check the enter of the cave with another ground team, as well as we have some guy, name is Blackout, and this guy is standing next to the bunker because when somebody else entering the bunker with another keycard, he can shoot again the laser and all our players inside the cave will die. The whole server detected that now the cave is open, and now also a lot of enemy players wanna grab this ore or wanna rob us. And this is also always the trickiest and dangerous parts, to make sure that nobody entered via foot to the cave and shooting our peoples down, or even that some other players came and killing our fighters. When the cave is open, we will kill every single player who will come to this Hator Laser. On this event we was absolutely well prepared. We had 2 Idris near the ground to protect the cave with the PDCs, also when somebody bring bombs, something like that, and also to destroy some other capitals which coming in. And again we have a lot of fighters in the air to protect everybody. More and more fighters are coming to the cave and wanna have all the limited ore. But we also decided to do not shut down the com array of Daymar, because we wanna have Grimestead and we also wanna have the conflict with other players. Thus we wanna have PvP situation, first of all to train ourselves, with of course with the risk to lose at the end everything. Also here in that example, the enemy Hornet always coming and coming. And these players we detected were from America, and we entered their Discord server to have a talk with those boys, and they wanna fight us. And this is exactly what we are looking for. We wanna have PvP situations, and it was cool that those players also said they are looking for a big fight at the end. Also, this Scorpius player treated us for a long time. He always came in, attacking our players, jousting out, came back, and this is exactly what we look for. Here you can see a Carrack also entered the battlefield. Question to all of you, can one single Idris railgun shot kill the Carrack in question? Yes, she can. Especially more and more stealth fighter entered the battlefield. Also here that Talon tried to catch us near the cave, but yeah, fortunately he collided with the rock. Especially these two gentlemen from America, C-Dave and Yomi, coming always to our battlefield and wanna fight us. They entered, they jousted out, sometimes we killed them, sometimes they killed us, and when we killed them they immediately come back with another fighter, and this was great. I'm heading here in that shot to our player Space Klaus when I'm detecting a A2 is coming to the battlefield. This is definitely our high priority target because everybody knows when this A2 came to the ground and dropping their massive size 10 bomb, it will kill everybody. A good hit of this bomb also can make a really high damage on our Idris, which we have on the ground as well. So I immediately engaged him and start shooting fire on him. I also informed all our Augur mates to prioritize this target and to shoot them. The Idris load the railgun and the other Idris try to catch them with the laser beam, but also he fired the bomb. My wingman Fitz and I shooting immediately on the bomb, and we could successfully destroy the bomb, but we die. Here also you can see a screenshot from another angle from the camera perspective from Fitz.
Bombe ist raus. Schieß auf die Bombe, schieß auf die Bombe. Bombe down, bin aber mit down.
I respawned at Hex and wanna just, call another L22 Wolf when I was shooting down. I didn't have in mind that I had a crime set and some bounty hunter entered my hangar and shoot me. Thus I have to work in Clasher. After 20 to 25 minutes in Clasher, I grabbed another L21 Wolf and entered the battlefield again. I spotted an enemy Idris is coming. But fortunately we had 2 Idris plus gunner equipped, thus this should not a problem for us. I also gave the hint that everybody who do not had a crime stat shall check if we can add player bounties, because a lot of player bounties are around our station right now and we can see them. And fortunately, Fitz detected 1 player bounty on the ground.
Yo, ich habe Kenny the Tooth angenommen, der läuft gerade zu euch. Ich habe ihn gefunden.
Wo ist er denn? Wie nah ist der am Loch? Wie nah?
Weit weg. Den nehme ich jetzt mal in Ruhe raus.
Weil in der Cave ist einer. Oben oder unten?
Ja.
Also links
Leute, was
oder
auf jeden
rechts?
Fall nicht geht, ist, wenn Leute über der Cave sind, dass da einer reinläuft. Ne? Das geht einfach nicht.
Ja, das haben wir jetzt gerade nicht.
Jemand mitbekommen.
Oh, hat ein Jugendteam
Ja, schon mal
Ficker.
War der Call war dann nachdem Idris gecallt wurde und dann ist Idris hochgeflogen. Ja. Und ich glaube,
Ja,
da
aber das
hat keiner aufgepasst.
Okay. Hab
Egon, du bist da, oder? Kann ich abziehen?
Aber ich darf nach.
Ja.
Alles klar. Passt ja, wenn wir noch bei 11k sind.
Der ist an der tieferen Stelle gewesen.
Ja, genau.
USS Galad.
Den? War der alleine?
Ja, ist
Ich
wirklich
sag
spannend.
down.
Arrow ist wieder da, 16 Kilometer, ich sehe das Bounty.
Weißt du zufällig,
Aufpassen.
wie der hieß?
Nee,
Loch noch 15 Minuten.
ich bin gerade aus der Golem ausgestiegen. Weißt du?
Aber wahrscheinlich hab's Rennen die Tug verschossen.
Gary the
Das kann
Tooth.
Spark of Rebellion sein, weil der ist auch da.
Gary the Tooth ist jetzt im Knast.
Incoming
nice.
Fire ist auch bei euch.
Arrow geht
Ja,
auf
ich
mich.
setz mich in.
During daytime in Daymar, more and more players came to our operation site. I detect an enemy M2 heading to our position, as well as some torpedo fire, which came from an enemy Polaris. But if you have a very nimble ship and sitting in a light fighter, you can shoot down these torpedoes easily. Our American friends can mobilize more and more players which entering the battlefield, and we love it. In parallel, our ground team from Spartan just reported they found 2 pieces of pure Caranite, and this was exactly what we are heading for the whole gaming event, to find more Caranite that we can finally get our Wikelo Idris. In total, it was a successful gaming event for all of us. We had really good fights also here in that scenario. This pilot in the Arrow was very good, and he could finally destroy me, and this is exactly what we are looking for, because we want to have PvP situation to train ourselves, to play with other players, and finally this is exactly what Star Citizen make great. Especially such conflicts on such high PvE content zones. I love to play that. I know there are several PvE players out there and wanna make some PvE stuff, but at the end, only when you play against other players you can fully enjoy Star Citizen gameplay. Thanks again for watching, folks. My name is Weißbiemann from the German piracy organization Spectre, and I hope you liked that video. If so, please let me there a like and a subscribe, and also come to our Discord server if you are interested about a really good community about piracy gameplay in Germany. Bye bye.